Chapter 5, It Takes a Village. That's from a Nigerian proverb.
Holy cow! I realized we had been traveling through a system of gnats.
Footnote 150. Ganots were irrigation technologies used over 2,000 years ago. Today, Iran relies on 50,000 ganots. Unlike massive modern electrical power, water pumps, pipelines, and dams that deplete stores of underground water and dry out oases, the ingenious, practical, and sustainable ganot method of harnessing limited water supplies is perfectly adapted to its arid environment.
Ganots have been dug into the earth to bring water from the mountains to the desert. Strange and bewitching patterns that remind me of constellations and mosaics. Coco Miso was behaving strangely. She began to dig, and dug up what looked like a fossil, a mosaic of some kind, of an animal reptile that looked like a dog or a big cat. We weren't sure if it was a real fossil or had been hidden there by Joha, the trickster. The mosaic opened its fiery mouth, speaking directly to Coco Miso.
I am not you. I am a mushushuhu. I am a dragon, have you heard? Part serpent, part bird. I live as both, in both earth and air, water and land, in Iraq and Iran. I cannot be seen, for I breathe the in-between. But you, dog and boy, know that I am here once you leave our atmosphere. I will speak with candor. My home was split, and now you must find the amber.
Footnote 152. The Mushushuhu is a Neo-Assyrian Iraqi dragon mosaic found at the gate of Ishtar in Babylon, ancient Iraq.
What in the world was this scaly creature saying? Were the Mushushu's words like Ladino rhyming songs?
Footnote 154. Traditional Sephardic rhyming songs were adaptations of biblical stories, particularly from the Midrash. Similarly, African American slaves communicated amongst themselves in riddles that the white slave owners could not understand.
Coco Miso was listening attentively. She looked a little perplexed as she unraveled the Mushushu's words. It continued.
Those who are deaf to history say it is a sham, even though Iraq was the birthplace of your patriarch, Abraham. Since you found me, I can finally return to my home in Iraq. I will carry you through as we explore each and every cranny and crack. We will travel across ancient Mesopotamia, the land that lies between the two great rivers that now lack.
Footnote 155. Surrounded by desert, the ecoregion of the Tigris-Euphrates included shallow lakes, swamps, and vast marshes. An extraordinarily rich agricultural area, this part of the Fertile Crescent was once known as the cradle of civilization. Now, many nations and megacorporations fight over ownership of water rights. Irrigation strategies that dam the Tigris-Euphrates benefit Turkish residents, while they reduce Syrians' access by 40% and Iraqis' access by 90%. Iraq suffers significant water shortage and reduced crop yields because of drought. Their water infrastructure, like in Flint, Michigan, Newark, New Jersey, and much of the United States, must also recover from years of neglect and conflict. The result of these water battles is deepening, violent conflicts over water rights, not water shortage. There's plenty of water for all. As with our international epidemic of malnutrition, there's more than enough food in the world. The problem is not quantity, but rather distribution infrastructure, and quality.
Across the Tigris-Euphrates Valley river systems we go. Since you found me in the spaces between the sand grains, I know.
Footnote 156, sand grains are porous and permeable. The world's largest accumulations of oil and gas are found in the spaces between sand grains. Like Spinoza as a lens maker for the microscope and telescope, Rachel Carson was in awe of the simultaneity of macrocosms and microcosms, worlds literally between grains of sand. She tells our human senses that it cannot grasp its scale. A world in which the microdroplet of water separating one grain of sand from another is like a vast, dark sea.
The humpback explained.
Yes, I had heard that the United States was soon going to be buried in poop. Poop of all kinds, people, animal, insect. Some old whale friends told me that they saw swarms of dung beetles fleeing the North American continent because they could no longer bear to eat the poop from the United States because it is contaminated with GMOs, pesticides, vaccine ingredients and adjuvants, antibiotics in our food supply, hospital hazardous waste, flame retardants, lead-laden water. The dung beetles, who have survived for 30 million years, knew better than to eat what had become an industrial toxic soup.
האדרת והאמונה לך עולמי הבינה והברכה לך עולמי הגה